What's good? It's Music in the Cook-Up Series. Welcome to the channel. If you're new to the channel, I appreciate you being there, checking us out. We're always cooking up, always going crazy, just trying to inspire you. After you watch this video, just go pick up your laptop and start grinding. That's the goal of these videos. So if you're returning, appreciate you, man. Everybody drop a comment. I want to talk to you guys. Drop a comment. Let me know you're trying to see in future videos. I need these video ideas. We're trying to pump out as many videos as possible. So I need the ideas. Today, I just want to do a quick video showing you how I go about making dope melodies in Arcade. It's a lot of fun. It helps me make like different kind of melodies than I normally would. And Arcade is just a different kind of workflow, and it's a lot of fun. So I just want to show you guys my strategy today. So if we can get 75 likes on this video, I got some free samples to drop for you guys. And in the meantime, from the last time when we got 50 likes, there are free samples in the description, so go snag that. So I'm gonna shut up. Let's get into the video today. Appreciate you guys being here. Appreciate you watching. Comment, like, subscribe, all that YouTube shit. Thank you so much. Let's go. So we're making a few Jack Harlow inspired beats today, so let's maybe keep running that. So a little bit faster with BPM, maybe. Let's go like 177. We landed on it. And let's go FL keys. I just want to write a simple repetitive chord progression. So that's the step one of our strategy. Write a simple chord progression that's going to guide everything, not too complex, just something with just a little bit of movement, so that when you go into Arcade and they might have their own chord progressions, sometimes their chord progressions could work on top of yours if they're simple enough, and yeah, shit could sound real dope. A minor just to make it easier to write. So we got A here, but let's make A maybe like our destination, so we can go like, let's see, so but that, it's like a lot of sadness in that. This is there like a DFA. That's a little bit better. So rather than DFA, we actually moved the D down to C, because I was like, all right, I want to make it major, because I want to go minor, major, minor, just to give it some feel, rather than just minor, minor, minor. And so I brought that down there, so now it's really FAC, just inverted. So like our root notes are really actually this. Something like that, like that's a lot of open space, so like some crazy Arcade thing's gonna work. Arcade is what's gonna go crazy, so we're doing simple shit to let Arcade embellish it. Alright, so we got simple triads there. Let's maybe now like get these a little bit more funky. So like root, third, fifth, seventh. Like we said, that's a C right there, so then like seventh would be E. That's why we add the ninth there, see what happens. This, but then this time rather than going to the B, let's just go down to the G. F sharp. Alt S strum. Little alt R randomize. So I've been enjoying these upright pianos a lot in Analog Lab. So let's say it's jazz player sounds. Just got those chords in there. Kind of like that. So I'm gonna put that in there. Let's just add some first EQ just to kind of set the bounds. Just kind of cut it at like 130ish for a little drop off, and a reverb stereo. When you kind of pull it down just on the default, it just kind of gives a slight wideness to it, and I just kind of like how it's super subtle. I just kind of like in putting it on like guitars and pianos. Right now like 25. And maybe just like a super subtle effect rack just to add a little movement and fun to it, but that's not too noticeable. Sounds like crazy, but then we pull it down a bunch. Maybe like, fuck it, let's go like 1.5. Let's bounce that, so hit that red dot, hit Alt R, and then we'll go into the arcade. So unfortunately, by the way that OBS looks like it's recording, I don't think you can see the arcade, but real quick, I just gotta open up on like the main page of all like the lines, and I just want to scroll through, and I'm just gonna like shout out the lines that I like, the different packs that I really like to use, the different sections. Jukebox vocals I used in the last video. I haven't used that much, I used it only one time, but I really liked it, so I want to dive more into that. I really like the Memento section. Saison can have some cool shit. Taped is dope. I like Overture, but I've kind of ran through that. I don't think they've updated that much recently. I really like Distant Voices. Passport is dope for some certain kind of shit. Like I would use that on like some Wheezy shit or something. Vocode can have some cool stuff. It's a little bit much sometimes, but you can find some cool shit in there. Raw Takes is really dope. I run through a lot of that. Poolside has some dope shit for certain sounds you're going for. I fuck with Hooked a lot. Hooked is like by far the one I use the most. They update that a lot. Hooked is fucking awesome. And then I really fuck with Pocket Band a lot. If you watch a recent video, I use that. And yeah, those are the ones that I really like pop out to me that I use a lot. But then I'm really trying to dive into some of the other ones because they're just like endless shit. You can just add all sorts of different shit that you never think of. So yeah, I'm someone who takes pride in like writing my own melodies, but like it's just as fun and it takes just as much skill. If you're worried about like, oh, I'm not writing my own melodies, so I'm using these loops, it's like to put together these different loops and these different packs that make it all work in a cohesive thing. That's like a skill. So dive into this shit and have fun with it. So let's do that. That might be a bit too much, but like. That might be too much, but maybe if we like half-timed it, it could be something cool in the background. Let's just see if we double these, what it sound like. Another key for these kind of arcade beats is just have an open mind. You don't know where it's gonna go. I didn't expect this, but like I found this guitar and I liked it, so I threw it in there. We had a halftime on it with Fruity Stereo Shaper on Stereo Edge 3, another EQ, chorus pulled down, flank is pulled down, some crazy effect drag pulled down, another crazy effect drag pulled down, a stereo imager nice and wide, another wide effect drag delay, echo, reverb thing, and some more EQ. So we'll hit the red dot, we'll bounce this out, and yeah. It's pretty much just like making, I grab an arcade layer, I put a million effects on it, I bounce it, I reset the effects, I just go back in arcade, get the next thing, and just run that back to like, get a bunch of layers with a bunch of effects, but like it keeps the CPU managed, and it's fucking fun. From poolside, I don't know if this is gonna work, but like, we're gonna have time this one again. See if we can just, with that piano, just as a layup, or an alley-oop, just alley-ooped it, and then just let arcade throw down with just all its funky shit. Alright, let's bounce that out, maybe like another layer or two. I've never really used ingredients, but this could be sick. Emotions, good shit here, but space for an artist for sure, but emotional melody here. Let's bounce that piece out, and damn near I think that's all we really need. We don't want to overdo it, so now we can just arrange this out, you know, make things unique, bring them up or down an octave for the verse, and we got a nice melody here. Alright, so we click the top left of this pattern right here, we make it unique, bring it down a whole octave right here. Gotta throw it back into here just to make sure we don't have too much bass on there, and let's see how that sounds going into the verse now. Goes. Last, let's get a little reverse halftime just because. So we'll take the main part of the chorus there, bounce it out all together, take it over here, reverse it, throw it into the mixer, throw a halftime on there, and a parametric EQ to cut the low end. See how that sounds. I mean, honestly not that dope, but it's just in there at the end if you want to use it. Let's throw in some master effects now, see what happens. So RC20 on vinyl too, just adjust it a little bit. Parametric EQ, just cutting the lows. Cassette, just going over one to the right. I fuck with that one, just adjust it a little bit. And again, just the EQs. Pretty simple melody, like chill melody. Let's bounce it out and then pull it down 100 cents, and that's gonna be the final piece to it. Final pieces to the melody here. We went here, brought the pitch down 100 cents, so went from F sharp down to F. We added EQ, just cut the low end, cut a little bit of this, cut a little bit of that. Our compressor on a Studio Opto, GHz mid-side matrix, just with like the side up 1.5. And yeah, here's the final melody, man. Hope you learned something. Hope you like what you see today. Just how to make melodies using arcade. Just, you know, give yourself a nice little alley-oop with some nice chords, simple chords that so the arcade can do its thing, and just have some fun clicking through, see what happens, and have an open mind, see where it takes you. Throw on a bunch of effects, bounce out each one at a time to save your CPU, layer, and yeah, have some fun with it. And yeah, hope you like what you see today. Comment, like, subscribe, all that YouTube shit. Until next time, it's Music Nick. I'm out of here. Peace. Here's the final beat. Here's the final melody, and I'm Ruth. Yeah, whatever, man.